What's going on, guys? I'm here just going to do a quick little sort of guide on Barrows in the evolution of combat. Uh, this isn't the most effective way because I'm still doing a bit of testing in between doing Slayer, and I'm trying to figure out what is the actual best way. But of course, figuring that out does take some time. So let's just get right into it. My setup that I am using, yeah, I'm tribriding it because all the different brothers are weak to different things. So I've got Hell of Netizanot, Bolt Rack's Fury because it's the best tribrid slash hybrid amulet. I've got Skill Cape because that's the best for tribriding it again. I've got Ganodermic Poncho leggings and boots because majority of the brothers are weak to different types of magic, and they're weak to different elemental spells, the four meleeers. And I've got the Barrows gloves, the Culinaromancer 10 gloves, because they are a tribrid glove. And I've got my Ring of Wealth just because I think it helps a little bit. I'm using Staphylite just because it's a lot easier to switch between what I'm auto-casting, plus it saves me a little bit of runes. And it's the best staff that I have currently anyway. I'm not going to be using prayer just because I'm a bit of a cheap bastard. But anyway, as you saw, Darok is weak to fire spells, and Virak is weak to earth spells, and Akrasay here is weak to bolts. However, he does change prayers, which block 100% damage, which is a pain in the ass. So I just keep switching between using Air Surge, since it's the cheapest to cast, and my Kurill's Crossbow, because Kurill's Crossbow is an extremely good bolt weapon. I haven't checked out the hand cannon. I think it might. I think the Kurill's Crossbow does beat it though. So Akrasay is actually probably the hardest hitting Barrows brother now. Just because I'm not even sure why. Maybe it's different if you actually use prayer, but of course I'm lazy, so I'm not using it. And I'm using a Circle. This is the first run that I've done using it, but it is. Before this, I was using a magic shield bow, which is the. Oh, never mind, not using the Circle right now. I was using a magic shield bow, which is the new equivalent of a longbow. I still gotta do some more dungeoneering and get 2 sights for that, or two longbow sights that I can attach them in to 2 shield bows and still have a bank spacer, because I'm kind of OCD like that. Other things of note in my inventory, one thing that I should have done at the beginning, Vecna Skull. It boosts your magic by 6, so not that great, but it's one item, and it's just a lot more convenient than having to stock up on more potions than that, for me at least. And Guthan's, of course, is weak to air spells. But yeah, the Circle is actually slightly better than the magic short bow, and it attacks with the same speed. Plus, it has a little 20 hit bonus, which is always nice. So it's extremely cheap. The current exchange price is currently sitting around 17K, but they are selling for higher than that. It cost me about 30K for the ones that I bought, just because I had bank spacers and things like that. And now moving on to Kirill, who is weak to stab. I just keeping with the whole thing of using two-handed weapons for my Barrows setup. I've got my Zamorak spear, which is, I believe, the best two-handed stabbing weapon. It's a hell of a lot better than the dragon spear, which originally, when the Evolution of Combat came out, they were equal, but they actually boosted the Zamorak spear so that it's much strong. It's quite a bit stronger. It's got, I think, 300 damage extra, which is very impressive. And before I go into the catacombs, I should turn my auto retaliate off. I have another thing about the inventory. I've got the Draken's Medallion, which is the quest reward for Branches of Darkmire, which I strongly suggest getting it if you plan on doing Barrows a lot, because you can teleport directly to the entrance of Barrows, as well as Bergdorf right behind the bank. So you have an extremely fast way of banking, which is actually pretty important using this setup, just because, as you can see, I am burning through monkfish pretty quick. Of course, you can use rock tails, things like that. You could use prayer if you so desired, but I decided that I didn't want to have to worry about having potions or anything like that. Plus, the prayer drain in Barrows is pretty, especially down here in the tunnels, and but also in the crypts, it does sap your prayer pretty quickly. So I just decided to scratch that completely. And of course, I'm using momentum, just that I don't have to keep readjusting my little action bar, and have it set up with just 4 little basics of magic, because that's what I start off with and what I use most often, so it's easiest to charge up. And another thing that might be worth noting is that the these 4 magic basics, at least, regardless of whether or not you have runes in your inventory, as long as you have a spell selected for autocast. If you have any other weapon out and no runes, it won't actually autocast it, but you can use those basics. They'll do minimal damage, if or none whatsoever, but it actually does charge up your action bar. So it is a very, very effective way of charging up. Just come on. Of charging up your adrenaline in any situation. I find it especially useful in dungeoneering, just that when you enter the first room with a monster, you can charge yourself up fully, and then right from there go through the entire dungeon with momentum. And other things that I do have are the 4 different surges, just so I can quickly change between autocast, as you already saw, and then my standard vampirism Varrock teleport for the exchange, and home teleport, just so I don't have to worry about doing those too often. Alright, and gonna hit the bank, and got my pin there, but I guess that wraps up the video. And if you know of anything that could improve it, just leave a comment below and I will check it out and I will continue doing some more testing and hopefully be able to improve this guide, and hope that you learned something from it. And until the next video, I'll see you later.